So no talking poop about politicians. Just kidding.
Nope. All righty, I hit play.
I hit the play on Instagrammable. All right, look at there's
All
a bit,
right.
and we're in.
There's
Okay,
a video. There we go. I'm getting it on YouTube, so say hi to YouTube.
what's up, YouTube? How you doing, Instagram? It's Martine with the new scene, and we're getting ready to start on Facebook right now. So we'll get the whole party started, and hopefully it just starts popping in, populating everything in the city of Prescott. So we share out to probably like 5 or 6 or 7, maybe 8 different groups, 7 different pages. We have Instagram, we have YouTube. So we are trying to get the word out. But good morning, everybody. It looks like we are live on all the platforms that we have. And you know what? This is one of the cool things about having technology at our very fingertips. But as you guys can see, I got a new look. Now I look a little bit smarter. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, look at those. Look at those glasses. You know, I actually saw pictures of you in glasses before, so I got to ask, why did you stop wearing the glasses?
It, I mean, you want the true story, or do you want the? Let me just say that they broke 6 years ago. I'll tell you. Let me just tell you the story. So I'm hanging out with
All right, let's hear it.
my veteran buddy, Eric. Actually, his name was Eric. It's kind of funny. And one night we went out, and he had probably a little bit too much to drink, and he decided to go ahead and kind of have a PTSD moment. I feel like, and I was there trying to calm him down, and his hands were doing this, and it broke my glasses, and he says, "Oh, bro, I will pay for your glasses to be put back." And I mean, even though I had the money, for some crazy reason, I was like, that's the last thing I want to do is put glasses on me. So I ended up just not buying any glasses. And then just recently, we've been traveling a little bit more than usual, and one of the biggest concerns is being able to see the road. So there you guys have it, and
that is one of the biggest concerns for all of us, my friend.
the eye doctor asked me if I drove at night, and that's kind of like the worst time to drive with my eyeballs. So needless to say, I wanted to be safe for the fam, so that's why I got them. And at first I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to like really like notice everything that's going on, but you know, I guess I have to put the spectacles on, and I can see now, Eric. I can see, like I can
Ooh,
see,
you can see the light.
I can see through everything that's out there. Like I
Well,
mean, between you and me, man, I'm starting to see a lot of cool things in life. I'm starting to see.
awesome. Well, so I'm excited to talk about last night, but let's first talk about what day it is.
Let's do it. What day is it?
All right, so like always, there's a bunch of them, and I feel like today's one of those days that we have to talk about a bunch of them. And so the main thing is today is play in the sand day. So I don't know about you, but if you can find a beach, you need to go play in the sand.
Yes. Some of the girls that were over there at the White Spar Farmers Market are headed out there to California just to get out and go visit some people. But before they left, they gave us a giveaway to give away to one of our loyal followers, maybe even the buddies that are top fans. But we have chapstick that they made. Here, I'll just open it up so you guys can see this
Yeah,
stuff.
that sounds awesome.
So they have it all labeled, and I don't know if you guys can read this, but it's Shelly's sister. These are some earrings, so they're giving away that. We have chapstick. So the chapstick is something that you always have to have, and all this stuff is homemade products from what they were saying. They actually have brownies and cookies and stuff, and they have bath bombs. So the story with this is that I guess their sister passed away, and I didn't quite understand what happened, because I sometimes I just don't ask questions, too much questions, because it obviously bring up sentimental value. And at that point in time, I was trying to be understanding, but I also had to go see some more people that were driving in. But anyways,
Well, hey, what's the name of the brand? I think that's who put together a nice little package for us last week.
Yeah, it is. Shelly's sisters. They gave you the
It
cookie.
is. Yeah. Yeah. No, did you try the cookie yet? Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't actually try the cookie, but that's not the only thing that we ended up getting. But we got Jamie's jams, man. Okay, so here's Instagram. I know it's a little bit backwards, and oh, let's see. Can we focus? Boom. Nope. There it is. Hopefully. Anyways, we got Jamie's jams that we want to go ahead and give the peach one away. So, anyways, you guys comment right now and be in the area of Prescott, Arizona, and I will hook you guys up with that stuff. So, anyways, I brought some treats back home. Then I ended up buying these things from the oh my gosh the Grumpy Arch or something like that. What was it? Oh, I can't believe I forgot the name. But anyways, it's a great thing that they
What do they
do.
do? Let's start there.
Okay, so they take these. I wish I had one of the things that we have. So they take wood and they literally electrify the wood and create all these crazy wood patterns on their on these wood pieces. So they have all this crazy art, and it's all made of electricity. They basically shock the wood and burn the wood, and it looks like lightning bolts that electricity has created, and it's just a freaking cool thing that he's created. He's a veteran as well, so 10% of his sales go to veterans organization here in Prescott. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. But it was actually fun to see all these entrepreneurs out there. I mean, it's like when you surround yourself around people like this, it's very motivated and motivational because they are all out there wanting to go ahead and create and make a new presence, or even try to make something new that a lot of people could love. So once again, the dog biscuit girl was out there, and those are homemade dog, dog biscuits for your dog. So a lot of people were buying by the pounds of that, and it's very affordable. And I can't express it how awesome it is to see people come out and make jam, make soap bomb, bath bombs, and cookies and chapstick, and it's just like wow, these people are very talented. So that's the cool thing about life right there, being able to go ahead and be a part of some great entrepreneurs out there. So that's cool.
That is cool. So tell me about some of the food that you had out there last night.
We had samosas. Some is it? Yeah, samosas.
Tell
And
me samosas. I'm familiar with mimosas. Tell me about samosas.
yeah, she says the same thing. It's not the mimosas that you guys drink; it's the samosas. And so
All right.
when she came out and she was like, "You got to try this." So there was a whole bunch of different flavors. There was potato, spicy, not spicy. There was chicken, spicy, not spicy. There was beef ones. There was some crazy tasty ones. And then she had the dessert one. And at the point of the dessert one, that was when it was like, oh, this is serious right here. Like this is straight serious. So it was an apple, like an apple. I don't know what you would call those. What do you call the apple ones that are wrapped in kind of like a croissant bread?
Like a croissant bread. Oh, you're not thinking like a crepe, right? You're thinking something else.
No, definitely not a crate. Gosh, what was it, man? It was, but anyway, it was amazing. It was great. We had campground coffee out there, and he just cooked some of the cooked some. He has some of the greatest coffee that you could definitely definitely really like on a regular basis. And the cool thing about it is I had a great interview with all of them, and you can find them at other places such as the Prescott Valley Farmers Market, in obviously Prescott Valley, and then some of them go to the Prescott Farmers Market. And I know that they don't allow crafts at the Prescott Farmers Market, so you will only be able to find them in the Prescott Valley one. So there you guys have it. That's what happened yesterday, my friend. It was an actual great day, and everybody was there. They were just like, I like this. They really, honestly, enjoy just coming out and just being a part of this whole like um, new thing that just showed up. It just showed up on the radar, and everybody's like, "Oh, you guys doing this every Monday?" And yes, we are. So It was great. We had some music playing in the background. The owner of Los Pinos, he was there. He was enjoying it. He was so like happy to be like a part of something that's helping other entrepreneurs. And if we're not mistaken, if you actually think about the opportunity that we have here, and the best one is that you have 10, 11, 12 other entrepreneurs that are selling things for themselves, that are showing up in one location, which is like awesome. And it's in a very awesome like location because it's right there in the pines, and social distancing or physical distancing is definitely available. And then ultimately they also have it's outside. You can't get it any better than that. And everybody was just in love with the location and the love with the night. It was like perfect. It started to cool down, and it was just like a good time. Everybody was like, we just love to be out of our house. So it's good
Yep.
experience.
No Cook Monday, right?
Oh yeah. So, anyways, Eric, today is definitely a great day. It's Tuesday. We ended up getting, some feedback from the Governor Ducey's. I think what he says, businesses on pause. We have a new phrase that we are going to be using, and as of what Monday or as of today, we end up posting, some of the things that will enable the gyms to open up, but it's at 25% capacity. And each county is in a place, and that place is in three different things. And let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
and I think I saw your post, and I'm excited for you to put it up. It looks like it's a proportion of population, which for us is going to be tough, just because even though we have very few cases, we don't have a very huge population.
No, we don't. And so, as you can see right here, the benchmarks are the gyms, the movie theaters, water parks and tubing, bars and nightclubs that have food establishment permit. Bars and nightclubs without food established permits are on the bottom. So basically, we are at a moderate stage because of the 100,000 that you're speaking of, Eric. And I'll show you guys those things right now. But as of right now, gyms can open up at 25% occupancy, must implement the ADHS, Arizona Department of Health Services mitigation requirements. So if you go into the governor's webpage, you'll be able to find those requirements. And I think what they're doing is you have to put up these signs that will, tell everybody what they have to do. Movie theaters and water parks and tubing.
That's interesting, San Martin, because I mean, like the gym that I've been going to for the last 10 years in Prescott, they don't exactly have somebody at the door checking for capacity and things like that. How is that going to work? Do you think people are really going to abide by this?
Eric, if they want the doors open, they will have to, unfortunately. If not, I mean, our local government is either a turning a blind eye, and that's another thing we're going to talk about right now. But let's see what happens. But as you guys were, if everybody wants to know what kind of like, oh, look at beautiful rainbow squirreling. Okay, so So if you guys are wondering, where we are at in the local area, let me stop this so you guys can see our beautiful face. If you guys are wondering where we're at in our location, once again, we are in a different county. We are not dealing with some of the big things that are happening in our area. Okay, let me see what is going on here. And so one of the
And
they
so what are I guess we're curious. What are our numbers in those ratios? What are those numbers per 100,000? Where are we at?
okay, so now I'm glad you asked that because I finally got to the freaking spot.
Awesome.
I was like blah 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 because I couldn't freaking scroll down. So, anyways, as you can see right here, alternate matrix must be met for 2 consecutive weeks. So, substantial transmission is obviously the red, moderate transmission is the yellow, minimal transmission is the green. We are in the moderate transmission at 10 to 99 cases per 100,000, 5 to 10% positivity, five to 10% COVID-like illnesses, and
So
that's
hold on. So can you help me with the math? Because I know you love math, but
right.
I'm trying to figure out
That's
those. We have more than 100 cases, right? So how are they coming up with this?
I have no clue, Eric. I really do.
Okay.
These percentage of positivity right here is where we're at. as of July 19th, and we're obviously that I don't know why they stopped at July 19th as and we're in August 11th. A lot of people are saying, why did they stop at July 19th? It doesn't make no sense. And so that's one of the things that
Is
people.
this image for Yavapai?
This is for Yavapai County.
Okay.
We're in moderate state, 66 to 100,000, which is where I think we want to be. For bars to open up, we have to get down to 10 to 100 for 100,000. Right
I
now,
mean,
it's
obviously that was almost a month ago, so hopefully we get some new data soon.
yeah, it should be up today. So as you can see, they're just showing for July 19th, and we're in that moderation point. We're almost in the green for all the other places to open up. So Eric, that's kind of huge. It's kind of big, but we'll see what happens because school is supposed to open up as well. I actually made a crazy post the other day that I found, and everybody is like doing that homeschooling and and all that other stuff.
I thought that I read that off to my family this morning. They thought that was hilarious.
It's so true. A lot of people actually were agreeing with the or agreeing with the post itself. So it, you
No,
know,
and rumor has it is, and it's just rumor that I've heard from the schools, is they're hoping to be back to in school for those people going back to in school by the end of first quarter.
say that one more time.
I said the rumor mill that I have heard is that those that are going back to school full time in person in the Prescott area will likely be back at the end of first quarter.
And when is the first quarter in, Eric?
I believe it's around fall break, so I think it's sometime in October.
Okay, well that's far ways away. Everybody like, no, go back, go
Yeah,
back.
I don't think it's going to go back this month for sure. So get ready to love your children and really see. I did like the your post part where it said at 3:15, I think it was, scraping off the awesome student bumper sticker off my cars.
We, yeah, I feel like my life is having to joke about a lot of things, and that's one of my favorite pastimes is joking about what's happening. Somebody was coughing outside of Best Buy yesterday, and without hesitation, he coughed, and all I could scream was COVID, and it was like without hesitation, man. And the wife turned around, no, no, it's not COVID. And then he goes, no, it's not COVID, man. I just got allergies. I was like, I'm just kidding, my friend. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I joke and it's bad for me, it's really bad for me to joke on some of these occasions. So anyways, here I am.
Yeah, no, it is a sore subject for most right now. So you can't, as much as you want to make light of the situation, I think a lot of people appreciate it. Sometimes it's really hard.
Yeah, and that's the, that's one of the things that I really like love to do for the area of Prescott and bring comedy and it was kind of like my release. And I don't know if everybody remembered, but in 2019, that's when everybody was like quote unquote offended. That was a offended year where everybody was offended. Remember that, Eric? And then
Everybody's offended by everything. Oh yeah.
and then 2020 comes around, and here we are, where everybody was like the Roaring Twenties. It's gonna be back the Roaring Twenties, and obviously here we are, in August 11th.
Oh, and we're roaring. I'll tell you that much.
We're roaring really, really insanely crazy. But this is where we're at. This is what's happening. So, anyways, the other thing that I want to talk about is okay. So, Rosas puts out a thing outside of their place, so they can go ahead and expand their inside seating to outside seating, so they have more seats, so they can go ahead and make money. And then the Raven does it, and there is people that are not liking what they're doing that are actually downtown. Um, and so today there is going to be a meeting on it, and we posted the information. You guys could actually go to uh, the uh, the Zoom meeting, and you could actually present your conversation. You could say, "Hey, I want to ask this questions. I want to know blah blah blah," in support of, and I feel like there's things that can be done to help out the regular the people that are downtown. Provide some of that parking from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's is closed down.
I
Um,
heard that. Yeah, I heard they're shutting that place down. Right.
there's Wells Fargo right there. There's another parking spot right around the corner. Just open up the parking
Well,
and help out because that's what we need. If everybody's
yeah.
worried
Well,
about
San Martin, I think it's funny because and the Raven owner actually replied to some really critical comments in the group yesterday, and it was very, very tactful. But my question is why do you need to park downtown if there's nothing to go downtown for? So we need this just so you can go downtown. We've got, as the city quotes constantly, a very underutilized parking garage downtown. And I know it's a few extra steps, but we've got plenty of parking. Nobody just wants to park over in the parking garage.
and we can suffice. I mean, as if everybody knows, there's actual a free shuttle rides on the what do you call it, the little
They got a
golf.
trolley, right? And then they also got the golf course, right?
Prescott rides or ride Prescott, I think that's what it's called.
Ride
And
Prescott, I think. Yeah,
they're running around town right there and doing their thing, and everything is not that far of a walk. I understand that there was a little speculation with what do you call it, handicap. But once again, handicapped, they have a significant amount of parking all over the town. So um, you know uh, there's ways to make it work. As of right now, this is one way to make it work, and there's other ideas that I have that they could possibly make up. Like the downtown business partnership needs to start thinking about everybody rather than whoever they want to think about, and start thinking about those alleyways. I understand that they propose a problem during certain times because you got to get the trash taken out and you have to do all this other stuff. But Eric, there's so much that we can do as a community, and parking should be the last of everybody's like concerns. I mean, that's just
exactly.
my point of view.
I
But
mean, if the businesses don't survive downtown, we're going to have nothing to go downtown to park to. So let's think of this, big picture. So let's make sure that the businesses survive, and then we can worry about parking. But again, if there's no businesses down there, they don't have to worry about parking. And so that is happening today. They're discussing at the city council meeting. There's actually, you posted a comments section that they'll take comments today. So we encourage everybody to please encourage the city council to continue to let this happen so that these businesses can survive. I don't think people understand how difficult it is for these businesses to survive right now.
and yeah, we're getting to that nitty gritty. And as you guys seen what Governor Ducey said, we're kind of on that level. And I wish that our city officials would step up just a tad bit more. I know that they're kind of their hands are tied behind their back because Governor Ducey decided to go ahead and treat Prescott as if it was a phoenix. But then again, Prescott wasn't keeping Prescott in moderation because everybody was traveling here, which is good because that's how some of a lot of people downtown get paid, is because of tourism. Um,
Right.
and and there some of
And
the
San Martin, I have heard from the shop owners downtown that things have slowed down significantly.
yep,
So, I mean, this is hurting every business right now.
yep, and we're sitting right in the middle of it, man.
So,
Right on a day.
so comment to the city and also to the business owners. I mean, seriously, they need the city officials. They're there to support us. They're there to speak for us. And so the business owners have to take the lead and say, "Hey, I want to do this." And I think that's what happened with Roses. They took the lead. That's what's happening with Raven. They're taking the lead and push the city, and the city was more than willing to accommodate. But if you're a business downtown, or anywhere, you need to take the lead. Otherwise, nobody's going to come up, knock on your door, and say, "Hey, can we build this thing out in front of your property?" It's just not going to happen. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and just make that, and then some of the things that some people were saying is that other businesses might not be able to afford to kind of create that like the Raven is doing. So that's there's a big
Yeah,
deal.
I know, San Martin. I mean, we just got a bunch of PPP money, free money from the government to do these kind of things to stay in business. And so, I mean, it's one of those things where, I think that window's closed now, but between the EIDL grant and the PPP loans and everything else that was going on, um, there's really no excuse. You can't afford not to stay in business. You
You
don't
can't
innovate, you can't stay in business.
exactly. And if you're not in business, then guess what? Employees are not employed, and that's kind of like
Exactly. And that was
also
the whole point.
And Eric, as you know, there's it's hard to go ahead and keep tenants in if they're not paying, and
Yep.
I'm sure you're not getting kickbacks for that in order for you to go ahead and keep the bills paid. I mean, it's just one of those run around Susie's. Is if the bank ain't helping, then you're not being able to be helped, and then that means it's hard to help other people that are not being able to. It's just a constant circle, and we've been talking about day one.
It is a circle. And so I want to take a little pivot on a subject here real quick because we have a few minutes. The city council is also discussing today how to spend some of the CARES Act money. One of the proposals on the table is what we call the city, or it's the innovation center for Prescott. And I'm actually going to send you a bunch of documentation and information about this. And the city's going to, talk about it. So I don't know if you know, and maybe you do because you grew up here, that 98% of all people that graduate college that went to school in Prescott, so that's grade school and things like that, leave the city. So that means that all that tax money, all that time, all that investment that we're putting in our best and brightest, moving them through grade school, moving them through high school, moving them through college, they all leave and they don't come back. So that is a huge, huge, huge brain drain, as they reference it to. And so the innovation center project is a project that they want to build out by the airport to bring in some high technology companies. I think there's a couple of them that have already signed on, and that way that we have some high tech, high paying jobs here, so that when our kids graduate from school here, that they have a place that they could afford to, it pays well, and they can afford to continue to stay and live in the Prescott area instead of having to move on to more high paying, more, something that actually will help them pay off their student loans and live somewhere, just, the cost of living and things like that. And so we have a huge problem. And then the other thing that I don't think most people realize is that a quarter of all people in Yavapai County live at or below the poverty line. Those people with jobs, those people with workers. So the people that come clean your house, the people that serve you at the restaurants, the people that, that are bartenders, all of these people that are here working live at or below the poverty line, and that's a huge problem. That's not sustainable. At some point, there's a we're going to have a bunch of houses here that are big and they're old and they're not designed for younger people, and then who are you going to sell your house to? I mean, we have a ticking time bomb. And so the innovation project is with the innovation center. It's going to take a number of years, and a lot of things are already lined up, and it's partnered with Yavapai County College, Embry Riddle, and a number of companies, including, full disclosure, one of my companies, to bring technology jobs here. And we need it desperately. Otherwise, every kid going to school here right now is going to leave. And they're going to take all of that invested money and education and tax money with them. And, it's great that we're a retirement mecca, but at some point the boom of retirees is going to shrink, and then what happens to Prescott? So just want to put that out there. Hopefully people are thinking big and thinking future instead of 3 days from now, because we have a crisis coming. And I'll give you all this information, but it's scary for the long term of the community.
Yeah, and that's one of the focuses. So if you guys want to go ahead and do the amended study, is what the city of Prescott is calling it. And I'll go ahead and post the city council meeting study session meeting agenda. Today it will start at 1 p.m. And I will go ahead and post the Zoom link to that, so you guys can go ahead and tune in and actually ask some questions if you want to. So get involved, everybody. This is your voice that will help out our community. If you are opposed to helping out the community, I mean, like come up with something that will actually be a great reason to be imposed. I mean, having no parking, I know we can make it work. I mean, every parade, every Akronite, everything that has to deal with the downtown scene. What happens? We make it work, and tens of thousands of people show up downtown Prescott, Arizona, and they make it work. So I'm pretty sure we could do this during a time like this to help out our local businesses and get the tax revenue to come back. Because without that tax revenue, guess what, guys? we start losing city workers. When you start losing city workers, our city starts going downwards, and nobody's cleaning the streets, nobody's picking up your trash, and as you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. I feel like we could advocate and take care of. I mean, even I pick up trash whenever I'm out and about around town because you know what, you got to take care of your community. So let's help out the community, everybody. Let's rally for them. And I'm 100% for new innovation that will help out with taxes and being able to get money regenerating back into our city. We need it. We need it, guys. So let's support it. It's something that needs to happen. And I suggest that all businesses do it. I mean, if you can't build a nice little patio like everybody else is building, innovate yourself and make something work. I mean, it will work. So, yep, that's my story, and I'm sticking it to it, man. I'm sticking to it.
Well,
So,
it is that time. Lots of exciting stuff. I got to ask you: is the not or whatever it is not or the farmers market, is it going to be on for next Monday as well?
yes, all the vendors are loving it. They want it to come back. They want it to grow. So we're going to put it back, and we're going to invest a little bit more on signage so we could go ahead and just keep on doing it. I don't see why we wouldn't. Let's just give back to the community. I think we're going to implement a couple of other things. We're going to start a business mixer once a month over there at Los Pinos. They have a nice patio back there, and we could basically, mix up with local entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur out there and you want and need some people to hang out with, we're going to create that. And I know we can practice social safe distancing, and if you don't feel comfortable in joining, you don't have to. We'll figure out a way that we can help and support other people that are in that position. So that's what I say, man. That's what I say.
Awesome. Well, thank you for doing it, and I think everybody appreciates it. So we really appreciate all you do.
Yeah, I think that helping out the community is my number one forte right now. Let's do this. There's nothing that's going to get us down. So if you guys feel motivated, let's do this. And if you guys want to help out, you're more than welcome to. Eric, I think I am done for the day. I got things to do today.
I've got one more thing of the day to talk about though that we missed earlier. Is we talked about what the thing of the day is, but it's also Presidential Joke Day. So if you have something to say that's funny and you could be lighthearted about it, there you
uh,
go. It's Presidential Joke Day. Go for it.
I'm not even touching this, man, because it's a war out there, this political game, man. I tell you what, I'm not going to touch it. Somebody is
Good for
trying
you. Smart man. Smart man. Let's take us
to
out then.
I have no clue what to do with all that, man. But you know what? I do know that we are out. I'm out. So peace, love, and happiness. And remember, love always wins. And thank you for joining us. Eric, thank you for taking the time out. Once again, my friend, we've been doing this strong for what, like 5 months, 6 months? Feels like
Yeah.
a year. And we are going stronger. So let's go ahead and make some more memories. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. And thank you for, did anybody comment? Oh, yeah, we did.
I didn't have the comment feed up today. Do we have any comments to respond to?
We do. So Venus, you are the winner. So if you're still watching, message us right now. I'll actually message you so you know that we see you commenting, and we're gonna hook you up with these things from Shelly's sister and Jamie's Jams and Jelly. Jamie Jam and Jellies. That's I don't know if you can say that faster than me. Jamie
All
Jelly.
right, good to go.
All right. You know what? Actually, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and give Venus Capali the jam, and then we're gonna give Pat Moore the sisters Shelly sisters package. So if you guys
Awesome.
let's meet up today, and I'll give you guys your prizes. And thank you guys all for joining. Annie Perkins, thank you for saying good morning on the Instagram. And thank you to everybody for watching this morning. I'll see you later. Bye.